Hi, welcome to Paige Family Homestead.
Welcome with Toast with Andy.
We just finished this video and I'm having technical problems. I did an 8-minute video and I can't transfer. It's a long story. Trust me, it's not worth it. Andy was doing Toast with Andy. He made his toast and ate it. So you're getting the leftover video. We have good news.
Yes.
We had a hell of a week. We have it in our calendar. Andy was to go for his scope on a Thursday. And on Tuesday, we both checked our calendar and said, oh my God, we got to get up tomorrow, go to Kingston. And we did. And because of Andy's bladder, it's a almost 2-hour trip back roads. So we drove all the way there, went through COVID screening, and he looked it up in the computer. Andy, you're not
supposed to be there. Not till tomorrow.
So he was a little upset. I just was like, we got a day out.
It was a test run, I guess.
We got a day out. It was beautiful. The scenery was nice. We got to see herds of deers and flocks of turkeys. And are they called flocks of turkeys?
They are now.
Anyway. So we went back the next day. The doctor, we had the best of the best. It wasn't a step in.
It was my doctor,
Dr. Leverage, head of urology in the Kingston area for the teaching hospital too. He's the Dr. House. He's good.
She just stopped.
And he loves Andy. So he explained it to. He went in and
I went in and laid on the bed. Last time I went up there, my bladder was too small. So they sent the scope up and he's just filled with blood. He says he can't see nothing anyway. And then they inject you with water, fluid, so they can expand your bladder to see all the way around it. Well, they couldn't do mine that time because the radiation shrinks your bladder.
Yeah, it was still way too small.
So like I had a 4-year-old's bladder. So we went back yesterday and when you're laying on the bed, you can see the TV screen's right there. I can watch the whole thing. I almost was car sick watching it go through like this. And I'm watching at the screen, and he's showing me the sides of the walls of the bladder. And he's saying, you can see like the crevices, and then you can see little things of blood coming out like that. He said, so be prepared, it will bleed a little bit. I said, okay. Then he went to the other side. I said, so where's the tumor? He goes, exactly. It's gone. The tumor's gone.
Fist-sized.
Yeah, it was this big.
Fist-sized. Obstructing his kidney from going into his bladder. It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
So he did a second tour to make sure.
He said, well, wait, I'm going to check around more. And he checked around. Everything was nice and clean. And
I think he was shocked.
Yeah, he was.
He was shocked. So do prayers work?
Yes.
Fist-sized tumor, guys.
This tumor was like, I'm not kidding you, it was that big.
So it's gone.
Because I've seen it before. When he showed me it, like when I first found out I had it, like I said, the monitor's right there. You could see it.
It's not shriveled and just hanging around. It's gone. His
totally
body absorbed it, peed it out, gone.
Yeah.
Thank you for your prayers.
Yeah, I mean,
we've got people lifting his name in prayer in churches and church circles. So many of them. Thank you. Yep. Thank you so much. He's not done. I did ask the doctor. I had him there. I did ask the doctor. Didn't you say the tumor had penetrated the wall of the bladder?
Right.
Because I did some research and I know what's involved with that. And he said, no, it went through. So we still have the cancer to worry about in that area. He's not done his treatments. He still has immunotherapy to do. Yep. The immunotherapy will help destroy any lingering cancer cells.
But he also said any lingering cancers, but the radiation's still active.
It's still working. It's still doing its thing.
Yeah.
So with the success of the tumor actually just disappearing, I have a lot more faith. I was amazed at
the size. It's like totally gone.
I have more faith in the cancer cells being put into remission even, right? Like I'm praying for remission for this man right now. He has a nephrostomy tube coming out of his kidney and through his back. We've had a lot of subscribers that have been asked that.
That's attached to my back.
a lot of subscribers are asking about it. And so our nurse, our home nurse, Miss Leanne, love her to death. What a friend. She's a friend.
Oh, yeah.
She said it was okay. I agreed to keep her face out.
Very mean to me.
It's not a... Oh, she is not.
She made me cut all my
him.
hair and shave and everything.
She threatened the PSW to come in if he didn't tidy up.
Wash me. Very good.
Ta-da! He's tidy. He was going Bushman, Papa Smurf. But anyway, we did a little video. It's not a how-to. This isn't a how-to.
No.
I'm not going to need a disclaimer or this is what we do. This is just for the people who are curious as to what it involves.
Yeah.
So it's not showing the whole thing, but it does give it's not gross. I wouldn't post it if it was gross. So if you're interested, just keep watching. I'll throw it on at the end.
Yeah.
If you feel squeamish about it when we're done screening,
Don't
then
look.
turn it off because it's going to be on there. It's not that long. I think it's maybe 6 minutes before editing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tack it onto this one. The drive home after hearing, why are you laughing? Oh no, I want to hear it. They're usually pretty good. Like entries for the book you said you were going to write.
Bullshit with Andy.
On the ride home, at first we were both like,
Well, you don't know what to think. Like, all of a sudden now you got to process everything. You're sitting there driving, you're like, squirrel. You don't even move.
then we were both just like, there's no tumor. It's gone. Andy woke up this morning, grabbed a guitar, sat down, started singing. Then he looks at me and he's like, I have no more tumor. He has a diagnostic.
That's a very big thing.
Oh, there was no even hope for it to be disappeared, only that it would shrivel.
Yeah.
But he has a diagnostic CT scan with dye that they're going to inject to make sure the flow from his kidney is going okay. They don't want to use a stent because they clog up internally, so they're going to keep him, if he needs it, with the nephrostomy bag, which he's quite used to actually now.
Yeah, usually I get hooked on a door.
Because he has a pouch, he has his pants that have the pockets, and quite often I'll be, Andy, you're dragging your bag. Just dragging it across the room on the floor. But, well, he's a dog on a leash. We can't thank you
Everybody
guys
enough.
enough.
For all the prayers.
The prayers did this. I mean, the medical stuff, it helps, but the prayers
really help.
made it disappear, not just shrivel up where they'd have to go in through his back to remove that part. It's gone. It's just gone.
It's nice and clean, too.
To
Nice
make
and
the
clean.
doctor do a second time round to make sure he was stunned.
Yeah.
He was stunned. And we are. And we're thankful. And I'm going to ask, please, I know we ask all the time for the prayers, but they are working. Please keep him in your prayers, please. And he has the blood clot in his main artery that he's going to see the vascular surgeon for.
On the 24th of March.
And he will determine whether or not he's going to do surgery to remove it or stay on the blood thinners and get Andy going on immunotherapy. So we will keep you posted. And thank you so much again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Tumor free. Here with our friend and our home nurse, preparing for Andy's change of his nephrostomy tube bag, because I just can't want to do this. She's very sanitary, so we let her do it. Look at the stuff that's needed. And the sensitive man is in the bathroom getting ready to have it changed.
Wow.
Oh my God. There will be no blood or nothing. There's nothing gross, guys. But this is the tube that drains directly from his kidney and into a bag. It's like a catheter bag. So it bypasses going from the kidney to the bladder. And it's called, the nurse is here,
The hair of it all.
nephrostomy tube, right?
Yep.
Yes. And there's just a knot of thread that actually holds that tube anchored into place.
Well, actually, no. Andy ripped that out months ago.
He walks all over the house with the bag dragging on the floor when he has options. I just want to let them see what that looks like. I want to see too. It's healing good, eh?
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost time to come out. They're changed how often?
Every 3 to 6 months.
So it's time.
It's going to be close to 6 months now, eh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Been banging it for half a year.
Andy.
All right. Try not to move.
Oh, that feels good, that stuff.
That's a
That's an itchy,
sterilizer.
yeah, but it's an itchy area. You know,
Yeah.
you can never reach at.
I mean, you've had adhesives covering it for months.
You have that whole square with 0 hair on it. And the pigment's different too.
It's tan lines.
From all the sun we got in the house.
If I'm in your way, you can slap my hand.
No, that's okay. Please, I don't have the back of the chair in the way this time.
Yeah, he always makes her do it with the back, through the rungs of the back of the
I
chair.
want to see how good she is.
Skill testing every time.
A field wound.
Alright, just have to let that dry.
Okay. We'll be back after we fan Andy's tush. So, dry, and she swiped with some, what is it?
Skin prep.
Skin
Calgon.
prep to help it stay sticky for her replacement. This holds the tube, you said, so he can't pull it out all the way easily. And if he pulled it out fully, how many minutes does he have to live?
Pull it out, I'd go around the room like,
No, the hole would close up pretty quick.
Interesting, the equipment and the bandages. No way I want to do this. We're very fortunate to have home care. It would be murder for Andy to go to a clinic once a week for this, because he just doesn't have the bladder capacity, first of all.
although my nurse does abuse me. elder abuse.
Yeah.
Sensitive man.
Sensitive.
You can see baby Dee on the floor. And what is that called?
Tegaderm, so it's waterproof.
Uh-huh. And that's what he cries when it's peeled off?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
terrible.
right. Press it on hard.
It's like the worst thing Andy goes through. Let's try and get this now.
So now she's doing the flushing. Get it, make sure everything's running smooth. No obstructions. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning. Very grateful that she's able to do this. Can you hold that, hon?
Yeah.
Okay.
All done?
So now for the most important part for Andy.
Are you taking that piece off?
No.
Oh.
Normally we would be done here, right?
Yeah.
But because Andy doesn't like to feel it touch him, she extra pads. He's shaking his head. She gives him extra padding.
It sticks me in the back.
So that part won't be waterproof. But the important part is. There. Now you can sit in comfort. So this is the care once a week for his nephrostomy tube. And I must have said it right because I didn't get an elbow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Leanne. And
Yeah,
thank you
thanks.
for taking care of the sensitive man.